you are not really a leader in good times. Anybody can lead in good times. Leadership is tested and proven when there is a crisis environment. So crisis comes to test to see if you are as mature as you claim to be. You've been telling people how good God has been. Let's see how good he is when things fall apart. You've been telling how much faith you got. Well, let's see what kind of faith you have when there has to be situations where things don't look too good and you're not sure how you're going to make it in the morning. In other words, crisis comes to test your leadership ability. Another definition of crisis is that crisis ignites the passion for a renewed vision for your life. Crisis takes you back to what God told you from the beginning. Sometimes you stray away and God got to pull the rug from under you to get you back on the floor. And many times a crisis will take you back to the original idea that God told you from the beginning, and it's called your original vision. This is one of the good things about a crisis. It takes you back to your passion. Now, I want to therefore talk a little bit about the benefits of crisis. There's a statement made by Shakespeare. You all know Shakespeare, the great playwright. Shakespeare said these words. I love it. He says, "Sweet are the uses of adversity." Say that with me. Sweet are the uses of adversity. That's a deep statement. In other words, he's telling us when things are adverse, when things are in crisis, don't panic, use them. Use them for the positive result. Everything that happens to you could be used to produce something good. It is the test that creates credibility. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test. It is the test that creates trust. Told me that this idea was given to you by God and that you gonna build this and make it successful. That's why I married you. I believe you. Now, if you're gonna do this, go back and start again. He said his wife made him go back and ask another bank. He left the old bank and he showed the bank the truth. He said, here's what I did the last 15 years. Here's what happened. And I can start again. I know how to build a business. Will you trust me? And the bank says, I'll take a chance on you. He had no credibility, no assets, just a record that he built a company. The bank took a chance on him. And he began to start the company again. It is the test that creates credibility. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test that creates credibility. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test. It is the test that creates trust. It is the test. It is the test that creates credibility. Credibility. Write it down. It is the test that creates trust. respect Bahamas Faith Ministries because we used to be called a cult, and we survived that. We used to be called a place where we stole people's money, and we survived that. We used to be called a kind of a passing in the night phenomenon that won't last, and we survived that. In other words, you were never trusted for the things you claim. You are always trusted for the things you survived. Weird people in the world. They hope you won't make it, and when you make it, they congratulate you. So therefore, don't listen to the naysayers. Accept the test as part of you becoming a successful person. Successful people are always survival testimonies.